Stephen A. just sent shockwaves through the NBA world, declaring something unthinkable. It's time to replace Wilt Chamberlain with Stephen Curry in the all-time top 10. In a move that left fans stunned, Curry didn't just break Chamberlain's record, he shattered it. The legacy of one of basketball's greatest is now under siege, and the seriousness of this shift can't be overstated.
To have Shaq on the show. Earlier in the 2021-22 season, the NBA unveiled its 75th anniversary team, a squad full of iconic players representing different points in the evolution of basketball, but the league never ranked them, so ESPN did. There they are: MJ, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Wilt, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Oscar Robertson, and Kobe Bean Bryant. Stephen A. Quite a list right there. Would a fourth ring make Steph Curry a top 10 player all time?
I believe it would.
So someone's got to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where this discussion goes. I want to apologize to historians everywhere. I want to apologize to basketball lovers everywhere, because I openly admit that what I'm about to say is blasphemous.
Okay.
I'm going to say it anyway. Especially the Mad Dog Russo.
Oh, don't give me this, please.
Mad Dog.
Ridiculous. Listen to this now. Go ahead. Let me hear.
I would take off Wilt Chamberlain.
Wow.
Wilt Chamberlain. The man that averaged 50 a game in the season. The man that averaged 30 rebounds in the season. The man they changed the rules for is widely considered the most dominant force in the history of the NBA, with the exception of maybe Shaquille O'Neal, and obviously some people debate that. That guy, Wilt Chamberlain. Stay with me, doggy, because I know that I'm stepping out. Oh my God, I know I'm stepping out. Do you know what I hold against Wilt Chamberlain?
Well, there are a few things you can. Go ahead.
For me personally, I know that nobody's ever dominated the game the way Wilt Chamberlain did. Please don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter we have ever seen. He's transcended the sport, and he's transformed the sport of basketball. Some would lament it, some would applaud it. But Steph Curry, being the phenomenal shooter that he is, he's already established himself as the greatest shooter ever. We take that into account, along with 5 straight trips to the NBA Finals, 3 titles, a 4th title, 6 appearances in 8 years. If he wins a 4th title and he'd win the MVP, I think that puts him in rarefied air. Here's what I can't escape, and nobody ever brings this up, because of the domination of Wilt Chamberlain individual. I'm so sorry. Sonny Hill, I love you. I'm so sorry. My man Sonny Hill in Philadelphia. I'm so sorry. He's killing me right now. He's so ashamed of me. Wilt Chamberlain's got 2 rings in the era that Bill Russell won 11. See, that's where it stands out to me. In your era, there's a dude that stood way above the crowd compared to you. 11 championships to 2. The 2 finals appearances, if I remember correctly, what is it, 64 and 69. You lost both, 1-5, 1-7. You got a career 4-8 record against Bill Russell in the finals. I'm just saying, I'm looking at you, and it's just like, okay, Kareem is Kareem. But we know the 6 rings, how he spanned decades, what he did. The sky hook, the scoring, all-time scoring leader, all of this other stuff. We throw all of that in there. Magic Johnson, 5-time champion, the greatest point guard, natural quintessential point guard we've ever seen in the history of the game of basketball. Michael Jordan, the best, period. LeBron James on the Mount Rushmore, the era, the LeBron era. We got all of that. When we looked at Wilt, we looked at the individual. But the guy that we considered Mr. Champion was someone else who played in Wilt Chamberlain's era. It's not about individual ability alone. It's about that too.
Stephen A. made it crystal clear Stephen Curry isn't just breaking records, he's obliterating them. And this one stings. With a 38-point masterpiece against Oklahoma City, Curry surpassed Wilt Chamberlain for the most made field goals in Warriors history, a feat that seemed unreachable until now. But what makes this even more shocking? Curry was already the franchise leader in games played, 3-pointers made, assists, steals, and total points. Now, with this latest accomplishment, he's proven that his legacy stretches across every statistical category that matters. Stephen A. wasn't exaggerating when he said this was monumental. Curry has redefined greatness in the Warriors jersey. Chamberlain, known for his brute strength and dominance inside, ruled over a league where few could match his physicality. But Curry is redefining what it means to be unstoppable in today's NBA, where defenses are faster, more aggressive, and dead set on shutting him down. Yet, Curry's precision, range, and consistency have made him the single most dangerous player in the league. Wilt may have had size, but Curry has completely outmaneuvered him with skill. And it's not just about surpassing Wilt in field goals. Curry's free throw percentage, his three-point dominance, his overall impact on the floor, it's the whole package. He's broken records in every corner, and now there's no doubt left Curry is rewriting the record books. But Curry's record-breaking spree doesn't stop here. Let's dive deeper into the unforgettable scoring performances that have left everyone in shock. Stephen A. called it unbelievable, and he wasn't wrong. January 4th, 2021, Stephen Curry delivers a scoring clinic, dropping 62 points against the Portland Trail Blazers. While Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum combined for 60, Curry outshined them both in what will be remembered as one of the greatest scoring performances of the modern era. But here's where things get mind-blowing. Curry didn't just score, he dominated with a level of efficiency that left everyone speechless. 58% from the field, 50% from deep, and a staggering 94% from the free throw line. Stephen A. couldn't contain his excitement when he declared this game a masterpiece of scoring. Curry's 62-point outburst wasn't just a one-time spectacle. It was the ultimate showcase of his ability to single-handedly dismantle an opponent, no matter how tough. In an era where defenses are more complex and opponents more prepared, Curry has made scoring look effortless. His ability to break down defenses and create shots that no one else can make. That's what sets him apart from every other player in today's game. And this isn't just about one game. Stephen Curry has consistently delivered jaw-dropping performances, rewriting the rules of basketball as we know it. He's not just a scorer, he's a revolutionary. His deep shooting has forced the entire league to rethink how the game is played. But as we dig deeper, the true battle for the ages comes down to Curry vs. Chamberlain. Let's see how these two giants stack up. Wilt was a force of nature, but Curry has changed the very fabric of the game, Stephen A. proclaimed. And that's the essence of this epic showdown. Chamberlain's 63-point and 65-point games were legendary, but Curry has taken that level of scoring and applied it to a modern era where defenses are tougher and more relentless. Wilt Chamberlain's dominance was built on size and strength. He bulldozed his way to points, taking advantage of a league that couldn't physically match up. Curry, on the other hand, has had to navigate more complex defenses and faster athletes, yet his efficiency from deep and in the lane has made him just as dominant, if not more. Curry's 6-game stretch of 30 points at 43.2% from three-point range. That's something Chamberlain could never have imagined. Curry isn't just outscoring Wilt in total points, he's doing it with a level of finesse and precision that's unmatched. Every shot he takes forces defenders to rethink their strategies, and every point he scores makes it harder for anyone to argue against his place among the greats. Wilt had his 67-point outbursts, but Curry's ability to drain threes from anywhere on the court has completely shifted the game. His shooting stretches defenses thin, opens up lanes for his teammates, and makes him a constant threat. Wilt may have ruled the paint, but Curry owns the perimeter, and that's why his legacy is becoming even more unshakable. Now, let's turn to the broader question of legacy. How does Curry's scoring revolution stack up against the legends who came before him? Stephen A. didn't hold back when he said, Curry has officially surpassed Wilt, and it's true not just in the record books, but in how the game will be remembered. Wilt Chamberlain, Rick Barry, Joe Fulks, they were pioneers in scoring, but none of them could have predicted how Curry would change the game forever. Rick Barry's 64-point near triple-double, Wilt's 67 and 78-point games, these were iconic moments in NBA history. But Curry's dominance comes from a different place. He's not just scoring, he's reshaping the court. His influence on the game extends beyond points. He's transformed basketball into a three-point revolution. And that's the real shock. Wilt dominated with his size, Barry with his efficiency, but Curry's ability to stretch the court and knock down threes from 30 feet has turned him into an offensive juggernaut like no other. Every time he steps on the floor, defenses collapse and opponents scramble to contain his range. The entire league has had to adapt to Stephen Curry, not the other way around. Curry's scoring record isn't just another statistic, it's a statement. It's a declaration that the game has changed, and Curry's at the forefront of that change. His 53-point game against the Nuggets, Just another example of his ability to dominate in ways that Wilt Chamberlain never could. So what's next for the man who keeps breaking records and reshaping the future of basketball? Stephen A. asked the ultimate question: how many more records can Curry break before he calls it a career? With his contract locked in through 2027, the possibilities are endless. Stephen Curry isn't just playing, he's making history every single night. And let's be clear, it's not just about records anymore, it's about legacy. Curry has led the Warriors to 4 championships, and every year, he continues to set new milestones that no one thought possible. His impact on the game, his leadership, and his influence on future generations have put him in a league of his own. The future is bright for Curry and the Warriors, but the pressure is on. Can Curry push past Ray Allen's three-point record? Can he bring another championship to Golden State? One thing is certain, he's far from finished. And as long as Curry keeps rewriting the history books, there's no telling how high he'll rise in the pantheon of NBA legends. The NBA world is watching what records will Curry break next. As Stephen A. put it, Wilt's reign is over, and Curry's reign has just begun. Curry has cemented his legacy, not just as the Warriors' all-time leading scorer, but as one of the most influential players to ever touch a basketball. His records are more than numbers, they are milestones that have forever changed the way the game is played. Has Curry surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's legacy? The numbers say yes. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for more shocking moments in NBA history.